Now at noon, a man is dead after a shooting at an apartment complex overnight. What police are saying led to this tragic death. Plus,
bring some art and culture to the area could only be a benefit.
A makeover for a piece of Winter Garden history. The new updates to the old Winter Garden packing house. You're watching News 6 at noon.
Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live. You're watching News 6 at noon.
Thank you so much for joining us this noon. I'm Julie Broughton. Monique Worrell just spoke about the last year back in office as the Orange and Osceola County State Attorney. News 6's Mike Valenti was there. And Mike, what did she have to say today?
Yeah, Julie, good afternoon. This was quite the newsworthy press conference. You know, the impetus for this briefing was for Monique Worrell, the state attorney of the 9th Judicial Circuit, to discuss her first year back in office, the last year, her accomplishments, according to her, also reducing, the non-arrest backlog, something we've heard about a lot. Again, there's much more to this press conference we're going to get to later tonight on News 6. But for now, we're live outside the Orange County Courthouse. I'm your Orange County community correspondent, Mike Valenti, News 6.
Mike, thank you for that update. Developing right now, a man is dead after a shooting at an Orange County apartment complex late last night. It all happened on Moselle Avenue near State Road 436. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez has been following the story all day and brings us the latest details. A man accused of attacking a teen at a DeLand bus stop has a first appearance scheduled for today. His initial appearance Wednesday was pushed back. News 6 anchor Lauren Melendez joins us now in studio to break all this down.
So, Julie, a second chance to appear in court. He was supposed to be there yesterday. We're talking about Schwabel, the man you see over my shoulder here. The judge, however, said that Christopher Schwabel was having serious behavioral issues. That's the victim's sister there. Now, we know Schwabel had only been out of jail for a week before the attack after a previous arrest on drug and exposure charges. Schwabel's appearance is set for 1:30 this afternoon in a Volusia County courtroom. We'll let you know if he does or does not appear, and of course keep you updated on what happens on air and on clickorlando.com.
Lauren, thank you. Now at noon, a family is suing a Longwood fertility clinic, saying they gave birth to the wrong baby. The family says they have bonded with the child, but are still willing to give up the baby if their biological parents can be found. News 6's Troy Campbell is looking into their key question. Did someone else give birth to their child? Cocoa police releasing this photo today of a car they believe was involved in a hit and run. Officers say it happened near Michigan Avenue and University Lane. Police say the driver of a silver or gray Honda SUV failed to stop and hit two teens riding e-bikes. The teens had minor injuries. Investigators believe the car is damaged on the front passenger side. Police are asking anyone with information to please reach out. It is a long-awaited makeover for a piece of Winter Garden history. City leaders are set to approve plans to give a historic citrus packing plant new life. For 117 years, the plant has been off Tildenville School Road, but tonight, a new project design could change that. News 6's Mark Lehman tells us how the plans include a big transformation. It might be warming up here in Central Florida, but that is not the case for the rest of the country. Coming up, the monster storm set to hit dozens of states, and when we could feel the effects here in Florida. Candace.
And that system, as it does take control across the big portion of the country with rain, sleet, and snow locally here, we could be warming up to near record highs by this weekend. We'll have more on your full forecast and a look at your local and national forecast in minutes.
Here's a live look from our camera in Mount Dora on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by Florida Lottery. No matter what's happening where you live, trust Sky 6, exclusively sponsored by attorney Dan Newman.
We certainly felt a cold blast to start our week, but that's nothing compared to what nearly half of the country is preparing for right now. Damaging ice and heavy snow is expected to hit more than 24 states. CNN's Reed Binion reports. I'm glad we're not dealing with that. My parents are in southern Indiana. My sister is in Louisville, Kentucky. I talked to both of them this morning. Guess what they're doing? They're out battling for milk, bread, and toilet paper, and it's all gone.
You see, and the first line that he said there, it's never too early to prepare. That's the same thing during hurricane season here, right?
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about a little bit about that forecast. I'm going to call this week, I'm going to title weekend,
Okay.
Florida Appreciation Weekend.
I like it.
Okay, this is where we
it.
really are going to appreciate why we live here, or at least visiting at the end of January. So this is our clouds and rain futurecast. So we're going to have a couple scattered showers possible right off our coastline today. But overall, the story is really about the warm up that we're going to see as we really head into that weekend. But I'm going to start turning your attention to that same system he was mentioning. Now, this system is like threefold, right? So we have an upper level low that's moving in out of the Pacific, and that's kind of starting the big stir, right? It's kind of stirring the pot a little bit. Then we have an area of low pressure, and that's what's fueling in the moisture. And then we have the jet stream to the north, and that's bringing in the cold air. So you have warm, moist air, and you have cold, dry air, and all that's coming together with some strong upper level dynamics, and it causes this. We are talking about a big time system here, pretty much taking hold across the eastern half of the country. You can see all the snow expected from Chicago through the northeast. This will start up on Saturday, by the way, and then continue all throughout the weekend. So if you have any travel plans anywhere in this vicinity, even if you're heading out west, but you got to get maybe a connection or whatnot, this is going to be causing a lot of travel disruptions. You can see the pink there. That's the combination of either freezing rain or the possibility of sleet in the forecast, heading as far south as Texas and northern Louisiana. And then, of course, we're adding the rain to the mix. So the big question is how much snowfall? As he mentioned, we're talking upwards about a foot of snow in some of our northeastern states there, 2 to 4 in Nashville. But this is where things get really hairy, very dangerous with this freezing rain that we could see and accumulate as much as some of these models are picking up. That could literally freeze these places in place because of how dangerous driving is on the roadways there. So plenty of warnings have been issued already. We have winter storm watches. We have a couple of warnings already in place in that highlighted pink. The area up here in blue, this is extreme cold warning because by tomorrow morning, check back in around 5, 6 o'clock. We'll be here on News 6, and I'll show you the comparison of what folks up in the Dakotas and Minnesota are dealing with compared to us. We're talking almost about a 90-degree difference tomorrow morning. So that's something that we're going to see. And once again, Florida Appreciation Weekend. And that's going to start up already today. We're going to see plenty of sunshine throughout the weekend. Today we have a little bit of cloud cover as we are tracking a weak disturbance out over the Atlantic, but not a big chance for rain. Then as we head into next week, the same system that's bringing the big blast of cold air will be bringing us a nice little cool down. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for today.
Your forecast is sponsored by Strata Services.
Of course, we're tracking a couple of scattered showers out there. Temperatures, though, this afternoon are going to remain in the mid-70s, only a low 20% chance along our beaches. As we warm up today, we're going to continue to see, again, a mix of sun and clouds in the forecast. Later on tonight, we're going to be back into the upper 50s. Then on Sunday and Monday, that's when the rain chances come back because of that cold front. And then notice we are going to be cooling down nicely. So while the rest of the country is under a deep freeze, rain and snow and sleet, we're going to be sitting back enjoying near record highs come Sunday. Julie.
Candace, thank you. Kennedy Space Center is remembering astronauts today who died working to further space exploration. Coming up, the ceremony happening today to honor all the lives lost. And coming up on News 6 at 6, a family pool in Seminole County is at the center of a controversy.
We did everything by the book. We did not do anything wrong, and we have this massive hole in our yard.
The back and forth with the county and neighbors about a pool in the front yard. Ginger Gadsden will have that story tonight at 6 on News 6.
The new and improved News 6 app is here. We've updated everything and added new features to make it even better. Like a more customizable home screen where you can log in and see the stories important to you at a glance. Stream News 6 and News 6 Plus live anywhere, anytime with picture-in-picture playback while using other apps on your phone. And now, the More For You section, which offers even more options to choose from. The new and improved News 6 app.
In the last hour, Kennedy Space Center began honoring and reflecting on the people who died pursuing space exploration. It's all part of NASA's Day of Remembrance. The day honors the lives lost in the Apollo 1 fire, along with the Challenger and Columbia shuttle disasters. The event is held every year on the fourth Thursday of the month. Observances are being held today at centers nationwide. Check out our new primetime lineup on News 6 Plus. Matt and Ginger have a new take on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9. Meteorologist Jonathan Kegas answers your weather questions at 9:30. Then you can watch the late news an hour earlier. It's all tonight on News 6 Plus. Download our streaming app for free. Search WKMG in your smart TV's app store. It's also available on Roku and Fire TV. All right, let's take a live look outside. This is Blue Springs State Park. You can see some manatees there, staying nice and warm. You are watching News 6 at noon. We're back in just 3 minutes.
Watch Molly Reed, your News 6 Volusia County community correspondent.
Candace is back with a final look at our weather, warming up before we're seeing a little bit of a cool down this weekend.
Right. I mean, we're talking about a big winter storm. That's not our story. We will watch it from afar as we continue to warm up. We're talking mid-80s come Saturday into Sunday. We could even be nearing records in many locations, even in Melbourne on Sunday with highs in the 80s. Now, known as rain chances, this can be more late Sunday, early Monday. That same big winter blast will weaken. All the energy goes to the north. We'll see kind of the tail end. That'll cool us down nicely back into the 60s next week. Looks like we could have another stronger cold front, though, by next weekend. So enjoy the warm weekend while we've got it.
Sounds good. Candace, thank you. Thank you for joining us for this noon show. We'll be back at 3 for you. You can always check the latest on clickorlando.com. Have a great day, and I'll see you at 3.